Queen Beyonce doesn't only rule the music industry, but her home too. She makes the rules and everyone has to follow them, especially her own kids. Being in the spotlight all the time means you have to be extra careful how you raise your kids. We know a bright future awaits all of them, which is why Beyonce takes extra measures to raise them right. But how strict is their life really? Let's find out. Although Jay-Z and Beyonce went to public school when they were kids, Beyonce doesn't want the same for their kids. This is why she made sure they provide their kids with the best education by sending them to elite private schools. Blue Ivy attends West Hollywood's The Center for Early Education, which is one of LA's most expensive schools. How much does Beyonce pay for her to go for an elementary school? But Beyonce doesn't only take her kid to school and leave her there. She also likes to participate in activities and school events. Not only does she drop her off and pick her up, but she also attends PTA meetings too. The teachers and other parents are probably not fazed when they see Beyonce anymore. They're just used to it. Apparently, she even held a concert at her school once. And when they all grow up, they will attend the best high schools and universities that you can think of. No matter how rich some celebrities are, they still say they live a normal life like the rest of us. Well, normal is letting your all for her maximum security. But the other parents have called it tacky, over the top, and unnecessary to do. That school has other celeb kids too, yet only Blue Ivy has this much security. Another reason why the parents don't like this is that it creates a big traffic jam every single day. We don't blame them for complaining, but what do you expect for the children of the one and only Beyonce? She's not going to let them hop on just any bus. So Queen Bee doesn't really care what the other parents think, as long as her baby is safe. People complain that Blue Ivy has 3 bodyguards for going to school. You should be blessed that your kids are in the presence of a Carter. Beyonce can't have a daughter that only speaks one language. With all the traveling that they do, Blue Ivy must step up her game. One else. She was less than 2 when she was already learning. Beyonce hired nannies that spoke French, so they would be around the language all the time. That for sure helped. Maybe it was a little too early, but there's no such thing as too early for Beyonce. She was going to learn multiple languages eventually, so why not start off at an early age? It's also rumored that she can speak Spanish as well, and who knows what language classes she's taking now. Beyonce knows how to keep her girl busy. Growing up with Beyonce as your mother means you can't really go out in outfits that she doesn't approve of. Beyonce and Jay-Z are fashion icons, and everyone loves the way they dress. But Blue Ivy has had her own best-dressed moments just like her mom. While she is mostly the brains behind her looks, Beyonce hired a personal stylist to dress her kids, so they look good all the time. Manuel Mendez has been working with the Carter family for years. Mendez talked about his experience with styling Blue Ivy and said that she is always involved in the styling process, but Beyonce has the last say in it. All we know is that none of them are leaving the house without an outfit check from Beyonce herself. She can't have her kids in anything but the latest designer clothes. Sometimes Beyonce likes to take things up a notch and dress her kids in matching outfits with her. She wants to show other celebrity moms how it's done. This has to be the coolest rule. Who doesn't want to be a mini version of Beyonce? Blue is often seen dressing just like her mom and looking chic while doing so. You can never go wrong if you copy your mom's outfit, especially if your mom is Beyonce. We can all agree that she looks like a little diva. Beyonce sure loves these moments as much as Blue does. Even more than her, maybe. Imagine getting to see a mini version of yourself dressed like you running around. Some of their cutest outfits include, imagine being a toddler and still getting to sit front row in some of the most exclusive events. And well, now Blue Ivy is too. This is a very important rule for Beyonce because she knows how much her kids will appreciate this when they grow older. They have to start making appearances at these events even from this young age, no matter how annoyed they seem to be when they are there. Blue Ivy has already started making her own place as she no longer attends these events only as a +1 to her mom and dad. That's because she's made history by becoming the second youngest Grammy winner ever. Yes, Blue Ivy won a Grammy Award at only the age of 9. How insane is that? Beyonce knows going to these events will pay off in the future. The kids have to get used to the same lifestyle that her parents live because it's going to be their lifestyle in the future as well. While Blue Ivy and her siblings are free to do whatever they want with their lives when they grow up, we know Beyonce will be giving them a little nudge into the same life that mommy and daddy have. After growing up living a luxurious life, you kind of get used to it. Think that even the most famous people you see on the internet would have confidence issues, but most of them do. and Beyonce was one of them. However, she worked hard to win all of that confidence she now has on stage, and she inspires many people to gain that same amount of confidence. But most importantly, she inspires her own kids. Beyonce wants her kids to have the same self-esteem and confidence she has. They must know their self-worth. So what better way than hiring a confidence coach to teach that to your kids? A source revealed that when Blue was born, Beyonce and Jay-Z were committed to giving her all the self-esteem they themselves lacked as kids. So the kids spent several days a week working on their confidence and poise. They do different exercises like drawing, dancing, and even singing. Beyonce does all this to prepare the kids for their future in the spotlight and to build an even bigger empire. But as always, Beyonce takes it a step too far. She wrote an actual rule book that the nannies have to. It's that easy. Some of these rules are a little ridiculous, but Beyonce will do whatever it takes to make sure the kids will hold the same eliteness as her and Jay-Z do. No matter how difficult some of these rules make the job, the salary makes it all better. There are 6 nannies. They can't bother Beyonce when she's rehearsing or working out, but they must keep track of her breastfeeding schedule for the kids. They won't only be doing the work inside the house, but outside too. Whenever Blue Ivy feels like going shopping, the nannies will take her. All these rules have resulted in everyone calling Beyonce a monster mom because of how strict she is. It doesn't matter how cool your mom is, even when she's Beyonce, she will still be making a list of rules just to help raise you right. And we don't blame her for any of it. She just wants what's best for her babies. And if being called a monster mom is what it takes, she's fine with it. And if you enjoyed this video, you will definitely